This video was inspired by Spiegel. It's been more than a century since the first airplane flight from the Wright brothers, and today in the 21st century, CEOs like Carsten Spohr or Michael O'Leary are trying to do something even more absurd than flying itself. The attempt to run flying as a profitable business. Flying, in the case of Lufthansa, this means 330,000 passengers per day, more than 120 million per year. As many people as Germany, Switzerland, Austria, and Belgium put together. 4.6 tons of caviar per year, 1.4 million liters of tomato juice, and 250,000 liters of champagne, 200,000 customer feedbacks, 128,000 workers worldwide, 550 subsidiaries. Already a very complicated company in normal times, but the times aren't normal. When Carsten Spohr joined Lufthansa at the start of the 1990s, Lufthansa was being attacked by two sides. An Irish guy named Michael O'Leary had just become the boss of Ryanair, and some Persian Gulf states decided to put their oil billions into aviation. The former wanted to fly cheaper than Lufthansa, the latter nicer. To battle this problem, Carsten Spohr used the name Eurowings to build up a budget airline based in Düsseldorf and in Austria. Meanwhile, the subsidiary Eurowings is growing faster than Lufthansa. The hope is that Eurowings can compete against budget airlines like EasyJet and Ryanair. When Spohr joined Lufthansa, Ryanair was converting their fleet to Boeing 737 aircraft. One single aircraft type means standardized pilot training, standardized maintenance, and less costs. The goal of Michael O'Leary, to become the number one in Europe. Until then, Lufthansa had as good as no competition. Air traffic used to be very strongly regulated between or over two countries. There were rules about who, when, how often, with which aircraft size, and for which price airlines were allowed to offer routes. Domestic routes were banned for foreign airlines. National airlines, such as Air France, KLM, and Lufthansa, were forced to charge much higher prices than they actually wanted. After 1987, air traffic became much more libertarian. Everyone could now fly everywhere. In 1999, the first Ryanair aircraft landed on the former Air Force Base Hahn, located around 100 kilometers away from Frankfurt Main International, one of Lufthansa's biggest hubs, which didn't stop Michael O'Leary from naming the new airport as Frankfurt Hahn. Slowly, budget airlines began to take over the market. Lufthansa tried to withstand using brands like Lufthansa Express or Lufthansa Light. In the Middle East, however, an entire different competition began to form. Flights with Emirates, Etihad, and Qatar offered more luxury, more space, better amenities, causing Lufthansa to slip into the middle field. In the premium area, not as good as Emirates, and in the budget area, not as cheap as Ryanair. Carsten Spohr's predecessor created Germanwings in 2002. In 2015, Germanwings became Eurowings. Spohr wants the best of both worlds, luxury and budget, businessmen and tourists. To make Lufthansa become better, he has bought many new aircrafts, such as the A350, the world's most modern jet. He also built the new first-class lounge at Munich Airport, also an important hub for Lufthansa. Bright wood, comfortable leather chairs, wood-plated bathrooms, and even a cigar lounge. Lufthansa earns a lot of money with their first-class customers. A round trip to San Francisco costs over 7,000 euros. If you want to understand why Ryanair is so successful, you have to look at how the ticket price is put together. Lufthansa uses 27 booking classes. These are 27 price points. The problem is the huge gaps between the price points. If the price point, 89 euros, is no longer available for a flight, and the next price point is 139 euros, then another airline can just offer a price between those two. In the office of the advert company Kolle Rebbe is a model of a Boeing 747-800 with the Siegerflieger Fanhanse livery on the side. Since the end of 2011, Kolle Rebbe's job is to advertise Lufthansa as a more warm-hearted, emotional airline somehow. The Siegerflieger is the perfect example for this. When the Germans won the Football World Cup in Brazil in 2014, Lufthansa was the airline that transported the team to and from Brazil. So Kolle Rebbe's idea was to paint a 747-800 with the Siegerflieger Fanhansa livery. The cost of this was only 3,500 euros. But on 11th December 2017, Lufthansa's problems were pretty much solved overnight, because that's the day Lufthansa was officially rated a 5-star airline by Skytrax. To celebrate this event, they painted a Airbus A320 and a Boeing 747-800 in a 5-star Hansa livery. Due to their 5-star rating, Lufthansa is now in the same league as airlines like Singapore Airlines and Emirates. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and just if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so now, and bye.